forward to 2011, March of 2011. I was like, I'm sick of this. Like, I just want to cut it all off. And I was terrified, absolutely terrified. So I like went to the beauty supply store, bought a 27-piece weave, and then went to get my hair cut because I didn't know what it was gonna look like. Like, I didn't know what my head shape looked like underneath of my hair. I didn't know what to expect, but got it shaved off and haven't looked back since. Like, I'll go back and forth between having hair and not having hair, but my preference is definitely here.
That kind of really ignited of trying to really transform and get my curl pattern back. So I had to go through a lot of different to really start over and train my hair just to kind of get to where it is today. There's been times where I just like, it's just too much. Like, I really don't feel like doing my hair. I just don't feel like being bothered with it. Somebody help me.
So for me, I started February 2011 and she started March of 2011.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's been a literal journey. It has. It has. For her, like, she was enjoying her journey way more than I was from Jump Street. Yeah, like the texture of her hair was already working out really well for her. For me though, I had like this part in the back that just stayed long, and I literally had to pin it to the back of my head in order for it to look right. That's how we learned how different our hair was. It's like for years with our hair being straightened, you couldn't tell. We didn't know the difference.
Mm-hmm.
With it being in its natural state, we could really tell.
And then in 2010 was the first time I did my first big chop. And I remember cutting all of my hair off, and I had a very short hairstyle, and I felt like Toni Braxton, like little sister. And when I did that, it was for me to have the opportunity to say, okay, I'm going into this new space, and then grew my hair out again. And from that, always grew up with either braids or some kind of like the Thai zillions, the real little ones. And then I had to figure out who I could ask to sit down and help take them out of my head with me. And now at the age of 34, I decided to cut my hair again 2 years ago. And so I keep it short on the sides, but I have a little party at the top. And throughout that journey, it allowed me to actually be very okay with me. Right? Because I would hear things that say, oh, well, don't wear your hair like this, and that doesn't look good. And not once did I hear pushback from my family. They embraced it.
So when I decided to go natural, it was after I had gone on vacation, and I just completely damaged my hair. Like, I think my hair was already on the verge of screaming for help, and I just kept putting heat on it, kept straightening it. And then I just realized that my hair was ugly. Like, I didn't like my hair. I didn't like how my hair looked. It was flat. It was lifeless. And I decided that I was going to transition my hair. So it coincided with the pandemic. So during lockdown, I looked kind of a mess. I decided to just grow out my hair. I didn't want to do the big chop. And I think part of that was because I was afraid of what I would look like with shorter hair, just because of those insecurities that I had from growing up, kind of being told women have long hair is feminine. So I grew my hair out for about a year, and then I cut off all of my straight ends, and it took me so long to really embrace what my natural hair even looked like. I wasn't used to the volume, I wasn't used to the curls, but now I'm glad to be on the other side of that, to where I love my volume, I love my curls, and I'm always looking for ways to encourage other young women, especially little girls, to embrace the hair that they have.
For me now, as an adult woman, I still have those moments where I'm like, oh, my hair's being difficult. Like, I know for 2 weeks, my hair can do good in a wash and go. That 3rd week, we're gonna have to do a different style. It's not gonna react the same. And that 4th week, I might be ready for braids. So I learned how to kind of have that grace and understanding of what my hair can do and how long.
My texture was not working out at all. And I literally wanted to cry. I just was like, what's going on? Like, my sister hair is looking real good right now, and it's not looking good on me. So I thought maybe I'll go back to just, I'm natural, but I'll keep it straight. At some point, she started helping me apply the product to my hair. And when she did it, I was like, oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's when I discovered that she needed more product. Yeah, because her hair is a lot thicker than mine. I mean, I did smaller sections of her hair. So kind of practicing that for a while and her finding her rhythm, she ended up, improving the way that she do it.
I was just kind of testing myself. I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to do 1 month with like no heat. and then it turned into 3 months, and then it turned into 6 months. And so just kind of like getting to that point where eventually I made it to like a year without like not having significant amounts of heat on my hair.
And also, it's very fun to get up in the morning, especially when I don't have braids in the top, and just wash it, watch the curls shrink up, they start to pop, you put a little gel in there, you shake it out, and you move through the door. And it was just a journey and a process for me that let me know I didn't have to worry about the rest of the world. My next phase, when I get into it, I actually want to get sister locks, but I'm still in between of like wanting to change. Shout out to Jelly, who does my hair. She's like, when you gonna lock up? And I'm like, give me like 3 more good styles to play with, and then I think I'm gonna do it. So for me, it's liberating.
I want to say, actually, when I shaved it, it was like around that time when Amber Rose came out with her bald, and everybody was shaving their heads and calling it an Amber Rose. And I'm like, I wonder if I can pull that off. And lo and behold, it was nice. Like that did a lot for my confidence, right? Like the day that I shaved my hair was my friend's birthday party, and so like I shaved my head, we get dressed for the party, and I get to the party, and literally I walk in the door and people were just complimenting me, like, oh my gosh, your hair looks so good. Random people walking up, rubbing my head, and it was just like a huge confidence builder for me. And it was like from that point forward, I just knew I could kind of do whatever I want with my hair, and it did not define me in any way, shape, or form.
But yeah, like in the process of going natural, like we really kind of took a break from going to the salon. We was really getting more into like figuring out how do we style our own hair? How is the process of washing it? What type of shampoos do we use? And for a long time, we really stopped going to salons.
Yeah, it had been years.
It had been years
before we even went just to get our ends trimmed.
Yeah.
But other than that, we take care of our hair solely.
Yeah, mostly, yeah. But like other times when we do go to our beautician, we just get our ends snipped, we get
our hair washed. It's lovely to let
and we
somebody
get it
else
blow
wash.
dried. That would be like the most heat that we get.
Because I didn't know like how to manage my hair when I was younger, you know, and me and my mom would butt heads. And I think it's so important now as a mother to kind of make those experiences nice and enjoyable, you know, because doing your hair, that's your crown. And if you don't have your hair how you like it or you don't feel good about it, then you're not gonna really present the best you out there. And so with my daughter, we have difficult moments too, you know, but I'm not gonna say your hair is nappy, you know. I'm gonna be like, okay, we gotta comb it through, or this is what we're gonna have to do, you know. And sometimes like, girl, please stop crying, let's just get through it.
I can't wait until my homegirl, which is my niece who is 8 months, to play with her hair as it's slowly growing out when I go home. You know how babies have very soft hair. I put 2 little ponytails in her head, and I think it's just the cutest thing in the world. And that's where a lot of community comes out, right? A lot of family secrets, a lot of tradition, a lot of things that you learn. Those are, for me, mini counseling sessions where we sit there with the people who are taking care of our hair, who wants to see it grow and be able to pull through the coils, but also pulling up that history.